obviously, you can see, unlike Matt, Jack has not cut his hair. First one for Jack, Joe Nugent, WWT TV.
Hey man, looks good. Hey, I'm just curious, how much are you looking forward to tomorrow and the opportunity to perform in front of these scouts?
It's a great opportunity, and I'm really excited for it. It's obviously something I've been training for 2.5, 3 months now, and so just going up and showcasing what I'm able to do, and showing how I can improve an NFL team is something that I'm really looking forward to, and really just looking forward to showcasing what I got.
Parker Gabriel, Journal Star.
Jack, just over the course of time, did you ever have expectations for what this period in your career would look like, what it would be like day to day? And obviously, it's a strange year all around, but how has it matched or not matched your expectations the past couple of months?
Yep. I never really had too much expectations going into it. I've always tried to put as much focus onto the next phase of my life as possible, and that next phase really didn't happen until December 2020, and obviously there's a lot of draft shows, stuff like that you watch, and you kind of think that's how it's going to be. And obviously with COVID, the only difference is sometimes you're working out with a mask on, and that's something I think we're all looking forward to taking stuff like that off. But other than that, everything was kind of how I expected it to be. Going in, working out all day, getting really tight with the guys you were with, and the camaraderie there was awesome, and just going out, getting better day by day, and watching not only yourself but everyone around you get better and push each other is something that was really exciting, and something that I loved personally, and I'll cherish these couple months, and just looking forward to actually training for football here again.
This might seem like sort of a obvious question, but when you're going through and talking with NFL teams, are you doing that on Zoom? Is it on the phone? Have you been able to meet with anybody in person? Like what does that communication look like?
Yeah, so I actually went to the Tropical Bowl, and they had an actual physical game down there. So I was able to get in front of a lot of scouts, meet with them person to person, face to face. And everything other than that has been a lot of Zoom calls, a lot of other, weird versions of Zoom I've been on, and I didn't know there were so many out there. But there's been a lot of stuff like that, some phone calls, but it's really been all over the board, and just in the age of COVID, you find out there's a lot more technology than you thought was out there.
Brian Christopherson.
Hey Jack, was it a tough call deciding if you could use your, I guess, repeat of a senior season that was available, or was that something where you're like, I've spent my time in the program, it's time to see what's next?
Absolutely. That was a question that I was asking myself. Obviously towards the tail end there, and it was something that I obviously talked to my family about a lot. Talked to my loved ones, and at the end of the day, I felt that I'm the best football player I have been, and I felt like I was ready for that next challenge, ready for that next step, and ready to step out of the comfort zone that was Nebraska football for me, and really take my game to the next level. So that was a lot of things that went into my thought process, and I feel my game, like I said, is the best it's ever been. And, I just felt like I was ready to take that next step. And, I just felt like, I was ready.
Guys don't like to say how hurt they are during the season sometimes, but I know you took that was a tough injury right off the bat. How much pain were you playing with throughout 2020?
Obviously, anytime you have an injury like that, you feel it a little bit, but it's something I was able to tough through. I take pride in I was told it was going to be a 4-week recovery, and I ended up only missing 1 game for it, and playing with pain, that's just football. So I just got used to it, and as the weeks went on, I barely even thought about my knee, and it just became another thing that. I wore a brace, and I never thought about anything other than the brace. And, the worst thing I ever felt was the brace rubbing up against my skin. So, it really didn't hurt too bad. And, I was just, getting out there and, showing everyone how healthy I am. And, the knee feels perfectly fine now. And, to be honest, better than it ever has been.
Thanks, Jack.
No problem.
Lincoln Journal-Star, Steve Sipple.
Hey, Jack, going back to when you were picking schools to attend, picking colleges to attend, how important was that school and its ability to get you ready for this moment? And do you feel like Nebraska did a good job of that?
Absolutely. A big reason why I did come to Nebraska was initially the pro style system, and under Coach Riley and Coach Langsdorff, and obviously I was throwing a curveball 2 years later when Coach Frost comes in and it's a whole different offense, and initially I didn't know what to think of it, but I'm extremely grateful because I do feel like both offenses and both coaching systems got me ready for the next level. It showed my versatility, and under Coach Riley's staff, I'm blocking a lot more in line. It's a pro style system. And then, coming to Coach Frost, I'm able to spread out a little more, block more on the perimeter, run some routes from the slot, and, really just expand my game. And it really forced me to become a lot better of a football player and more versatile. So, I'm really grateful for both staffs. And I think, just the unique combination of the two really did help prepare me for the next level.
Jack, one other thing, what do you miss most about that training table at this point?
It's a lot easier going in there and, just making a plate for yourself instead of, going over there and grilling chicken every day on Sunday and doing stuff like that. So really just the convenience. The training table was something, Dave Ellis did a great job of, making sure food was always ready for us, always available. And so, just the strict convenience was, something that, you got to get used to when you don't have it there. And, it's something that, as soon as you don't have it, you really learn to appreciate it even more.
Thank you, Jack.
No problem.
Mitch Sherman, The Athletic.
Hey, Jack, if you can kind of turn back the clock 1 year ago to the pro day in 2020, it was right at the very beginning of a lot of changes that you as football players had to work around. How much from then until now has your viewpoint on like what you take for granted in this entire process changed?
Yeah, absolutely. I think COVID just in general has really made people appreciate a lot more what they do have. Coming in and being able to work out is something, before COVID, I'm sure we all took for granted. We thought the weight room would always just be open. We thought spring ball would always be available. And, I think it really just kind of changed specifically my perspective in realizing I get to go out and do what I love every single day and have cleats on my feet. So, it's something that, I really, try to, really consciously realize that, hey, this is really truly a blessing that everyone talks about. And, you don't know if the weight room is going to be closed down, because of some pandemic or any other factors like that. So, it's something that's really kind of opened my eyes, made me really appreciate, coming into work. And, I had a smile coming in every day before it. I got an even bigger one now. So, it's just something that really taught me to appreciate being able to work out and play football.
Hey, can you also speak on a different subject, just about, the guys that you left behind, the guys who were coming back on the offensive side? There's a pretty stark contrast between offense and defense as far as the experience level. Some may see that as a difficulty, something that needs to be overcome for those guys on the offensive side. How do you view that? And, in just the momentum that is returning on your side of the ball in Lincoln?
Absolutely. I think that those guys who, were a little bit of the twos and who will be replacing the guys that are leaving, I got all the confidence in the world in them. I've seen them go in the weight room. I've seen them work, and, I got the utmost confidence in the world. They do everything that they are asked of and more. And so, they just got to trust the process. And, I know a lot of guys are doing that. And so, I got all the faith in the world in them. And, I'm just excited to see what they can do. This is their opportunity to go out there and show what they have. So I'm pumped for them. And, I'm hoping that they go make the most of it. And I know a lot of them will. And, the spring ball coming up here on Monday for them will be the first time they can do that. So, just my advice to them is just go out there and make the most of it. And like you said with the other question, you know, you just got to appreciate it every day, come into work, because you never know when it could be your last practice.
Tomorrow.
Take one more for Jack from Evan Bland from the World Herald.
Hey, Jack, kind of in that same vein, what do you make of the tight end room coming back this next year? And who are some guys that in that room that you're excited to see what they can do here this fall?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, unfortunately, I haven't been around him as much. You know, I'm really excited to see, you know, Austin Allen and Travis Vokalek and, you know, Kurt Raftel. I think that those are guys who have been in the system. They've been working. They've put in the work, and you know, I'm just extremely excited to see what they can do. You know, Austin's someone that can do it all, and I'm really pumped for him. Travis is just gonna be a hard-nosed football player like he always has been, and you know, just seeing him evolve from, you know, the technique he had coming in here to what he has now, just seeing him evolve has been awesome. And, you know, he's been taking steps, you know, every step of the way, really. And, you know, I think Kurt Raftel is someone, you know, a lot of people are sleeping on. I think, you know, he might be the most technically sound one in the room as far as route running, footwork, stuff like that. And, you know, I've seen him make great strides in the weight room. So, you know, those guys have been putting in the work, and those are the guys I'm really excited to see. And, you know, they've been going out there attacking it. And, you know, I think that on the field, it'll show.
All right. Thank you, Jack. And we'll finish up here in just a moment with Diedrich Mills.